Gentlemen, Antonio here. All right, as you can tell, not wearing a suit, haven't even shaved this morning, but I'm outside, just did some calisthenics this morning, and I got to thinking. I'm here at a conference, and Boise, Idaho, Convert Kits Conference, Craft and Commerce, and I ran into a number of people that have watched my channel, have learned a lot, and they're telling me about all the progress that they've made over the last few years. So I've got a question for you. If me and you were to meet in 3 years, what would have had to have happened in your life, both personally and professionally, for you to feel like basically that you're happy with your progress? Now, I would love to hear from you. And I've got this question down in the description. I'm going to have it down on the first comment. I've also got a form that you can fill out if you want to actually, for me to see the message for sure, and actually it'll go right to my email. But this question's important because as I'm talking with these guys, they're telling me about everything that has happened in their life that they're just really excited about. And I know not all of it has to do with my channel, but it's cool to see how style can lead to other things, to weight loss, to getting a new job, to meeting someone and being really happy with what you've got in life. So I really would appreciate if you would go down there and fill out this question and really think about it. Just to give you guys some of the examples, I ran into a guy and he had lost 50 pounds, which is a lot of weight for him. He's about 5'7", 5'6", and it was something that, I mean, he looks like he's in great shape. He's a programmer. I met another gentleman, Skip. He's telling me how he really wants to lose weight, but we were having a conversation. He's a big guy. He's about 6'2", 6'3", well over 300 pounds, and how when we had a conversation at dinner, he had never thought about that. Yeah, he could be proud to have image, to have style. Talked about how his wife was still kind of picking out his clothes. Talked to another guy, and it's funny, we talked about minivans. He's like, yeah, man, just like you, I've got 3 kids, and I've got a minivan. And we started talking about style and car and practicality. I know minivans are not stylish, but he talked about bringing in style to other parts of his life, how he's wanting to start a company. And I know for me personally, in 3 years, if I were to, let's say, meet myself, which maybe is impossible, but if I were to, come back and look at myself in 3 years, what would I want? I can tell you I would want to be in better shape, and it doesn't really have anything to do with style, but it does have to do with habits, with recovering from an injury. I haven't told you guys, I injured my back over a year ago squatting, and I did something to it. And it's just taken me a while to get back. I mean, I'm just almost scared to get back in the weight room. I know that sounds bad. Maybe I should admit it. But, when it comes down to my personal life, I was able to travel the world with my family. But at the same time, I always felt, and I still feel like I can't relax. So I'm trying to figure out how can I unplug and for like 2 weeks go out fly fishing or get back and go camping. I used to really like going out into the mountains and disappearing for a while. And now that my son's 12 and my daughter's 9, maybe I can start to take them more with me. These are personal goals, and I've got some other professional ones. I want to start paying myself. I know this sounds like really crazy, but $100,000 a month. Does that sound, maybe that sounds greedy to some. Maybe it's, oh, you don't need it. But that's my personal goal. And I know that I can do a lot of good with being able, we've got one nonprofit we're already working with over in Ukraine. And it's really cool to be able to go in there and solve one of their biggest problems, which is not having money. And you can go in there and make a huge impact. So for me, that's what I want to do, be able to have an impact on. I'm excited to have my new house. We've been saving up for that. And I think I've talked with you guys a little bit about, I want to be the patriarch to my family. And I want us to be moving into our new house within 3 years that has secret passageways. So I would love to hear from you guys. Again, if I were to meet you in 3 years, what would you be telling me? What progress has happened in your life, both personally and professionally, for you to be happy, for you to say, you know what, I am on the right path. Things are starting to click on all cylinders. Guys, let me know down in the comments, or better yet, fill out the form that I've got down there. That form is going to be very useful for me because it's going to help me create better content that can serve you here at Real Men Real Style. Gentlemen, thank you for being a part of the community. Please forgive my untidy appearance here, but believe me, I don't sleep in a suit. Some of you guys have asked me that. Like, no, I don't sleep in a suit. In fact, it's really conferences and events that, people I meet in person, which I wear my jacket most of the time. Oftentimes I dress pretty casual, at least just wearing a button down. But gentlemen, thank you. I appreciate you being part of this community. You have a great Sunday. Take care. Bye. Can't turn this thing off.